What's up guys, Rush here. Today I'm taking you behind the scenes with one of the most respected players in the NBL, Nathan Sobey from the Brisbane Bullets.
Takes it right into the heart of the defense and finishes.
Nathan Sobey takes us in depth on his game day routine. From how he stretches up before the game, his shooting tactics, his must-have items while he's on the road, and a lot more. And if you dig this episode, make sure you press like and subscribe. Your support goes a long way. All right, let's get into it. Let's go, Rush! Okay, so Sobey, can you walk me through your game day schedule?
On game days on the road, it's obviously a lot different to when I'm at home with the family and the kids and stuff. Sleep into whenever the body wants to wake me up and then slowly head down, get a coffee. After that, we usually go and watch some video, go through our scout sort of stuff that we're gonna try and execute on the floor, and usually a couple of hours before the game that we'll head to the arena and start our prep and get ready for the game. Game day must-haves, obviously my shoes and my game day compression, and then obviously bringing stuff on the road with me. Definitely got to have my Normatex, get the recovery in after the flights and stuff like that. So these will just tighten up and then they sort of just compress on your legs and they'll just release sort of any pressure or any like heavy leg sort of thing that you have is kind of the easiest way to explain that. You got pressures levels of from 1 to 7, legs, hips, arms, and then yeah, you can change it for as long as you want to use it, up to an hour. But usually I'll sit it on for about 15 to 30 minutes at night time.
Now break down the stretches that you're doing with your coach prior to the game, just because a lot of people won't understand exactly what you're stretching. If you can go into a little bit of detail on what is the reason and the purpose behind those stretches.
Yeah, so the purpose behind that is to kind of just load up the joints and the tendons and that are going to get pretty exposed during the game, and just warming everything up so that I'm really prepped and ready to go to put my body through it.
All right, man, so what shoes are on for tonight's game?
I fully haven't decided yet, but obviously big Nike guy and love the LeBron 20, so got a couple of pairs here that I'm deciding between. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a game time decision of which ones I actually decide to wear.
Do you purposely take a certain amount of jump shots prior to the game?
Not as such anymore. Like early days, I used to come in very early and get a lot of jump shots in. I wouldn't count how many I make. I just go off of how I feel and all that sort of stuff. But now I sort of just work with the coaches and get a little bit of prep done. Do you purposely shoot a lot of foul shots or a lot of three-pointers, layups before a game? What do you tend to work on? There's a lot of change of direction, combo moves and stuff to get into jump shots and finishes at the rim to really get me prepared. Obviously the prep work during the week is probably the most important for me, so that I know that once I get there on game day, I don't have to do as much. Obviously do a little bit of everything so that I see what I'm doing, so that when I get on the court, it's not kind of foreign to what I've been doing all day. So yeah, a little mix of everything.
Now you're someone that has quite a lot of 20-point and 30-point games. Do you know that you're in the zone before the game? Like, can you kind of feel it?
I mean, obviously, you some days you feel better than others, but yeah, I mean, it does take until the game gets going to see how you're being guarded and where you get into your spots and how that's all kind of unfolding. Yeah, you can kind of sense it.
Tough finish. Good body control by Sobey.
So the challenge now is to hit the next one, isn't it? Doesn't hesitate and hits. Takes it right into the heart of the defense and finishes.
Tough finish.
Can you share what fuels your motivation for either a game or the season?
Yeah, that's pretty simple for me. Obviously, it's my family. They're the number one reason I do what I do, and the reason why I kind of put my body through what I do is for them. So yeah, it's pretty simple for me, and obviously I love competing, a very competitive person, and that's the fun part of it as well.
Daddy?
Yeah? What are you doing today? You're gonna have a great day.
You just had a FaceTime with your daughter. How hard is it for you and your kids while you're away on the road?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it sucks going away from them and stuff, but you know what you're doing it for, and they kind of don't understand it. They get a little bit frustrated when you leave, but yeah, my daughter's kind of at an age where she wants me to be around or wants to come to the basketball every time and see us win. Like, that's the only thing she's talking about at the moment, is like every time I go to a game or whatever, she's like, did you win? Did you win? And I'm like, yeah, we didn't win this last one, and she just loses it. It's pretty cool to see that sort of stuff. Like, she's getting very involved now, so it is hard, but at the end of the day, you know why you're doing it, and it's all for them, so it makes it worthwhile.
All right, I'll count you in. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then pull it out like this. Comes out like that. So if you just hold that for about, hold it for about 20 seconds. Oh, you want it.
Come right out.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, man. Isn't that? Like, if you compare it to...
Yeah.
I mean, they're both amazing in their own way. I love that, man.
So when you're at the foul line, what is going through your head?
Taking my time, deep breaths. It's kind of a time for me to have a rest, like sort of take a break from the play a little bit and sort of in control of that moment. So yeah, it's a little bit more chilled out than most people expect.
You've got one of the best jump shots in the competition. What's your secret to creating a deadly jump shot?
I mean, just repetition, what you do day in, day out, and just continuing to work on your craft in all aspects. So shot after shot, repetition for sure.
How do you pace yourself over the 4 quarters of the game?
Leaving it out there all times is kind of my mentality of it. And then, yeah, I don't really save much in the tank. Kind of just leave it all out there.
Are you someone that talks much trash on the court?
I would say I've tapered down a lot as I've got a little bit older, but early days for sure. I mean, I loved it when I was a little bit younger, but I've kind of backed off a little bit over the years, I think. I want to say that anyway, but there might be some other people that don't agree.
All right, so final question, and this can be on or off the basketball court. Can you share your biggest dream with me?
It changed a little while back, and that was to obviously make that Boomers team for the Olympics and the World Cups and stuff like that. So to be able to be a part of that was pretty special for me, and that was a big dream of mine in a basketball sense. But moving forward, my dream now would be to win an NBL championship for sure.